great day for racing here at Rockingham Speedway. John Gibson, spray-painted equipment 13 car on pit road with a problem. Looks like he's overheating. We've had a debris caution and then a Trevor Bayne incident where he hit the wall coming out of turn 2 in the Chevy Racing 29 car. Back underway, coming up on 70 laps to go. Matt Morrell in the Wintron. Morrell leasing 32 for 8th. Diving to the bottom on Derek Cale. He's going to pick him off on the Visviva energy drink car of Mikey Kyle as well. Great racing all over the place.
And you can tell how much banking there is by watching those race cars go through the corner. Look at the banking. J.P. Morgan trying to make the run down the hill. You carry a lot of speed when you can get at that angle.
J.P. Morgan there in the Phil Morgan Pottery 23 car. Good run. He's really improved a lot this year.
That whole team has. They've really picked it up a notch. Wow, way up at the top of the racetrack. He's looking for new racetrack for his race car.
Now that is Rockingham. When you see a guy up there by the wall on the outside making hay, that's what this place is all about. I can remember Ricky Craven winning some races here by just about driving that thing on the high groove on the outside retaining wall. And J.P. Morgan not quite able to get around the Gertie Engines 22 here of Cale, but doing a nice job just the same. Mikey Kyle there in the Visviva 65. Morgan up top in the 23. Woody Howard, Jay Fogelman, Speedco Truck Loops car, all battling 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Your leader, Tom Hester III, and then Mako Chevrolet. Boy, he's been good here tonight.
He's been great. He's got track experience. They've got a great race car. He's really hooked up. One of the keys, though, is when they had that earlier caution with Trevor Bayne smacking the wall, everybody came to pit road. They've gotten tires. They've really set themselves up. That is a good race car right now at this point in the race.
Phil Morgan Pottery 23, J.P. Morgan on the high side. Love to see guys challenge it up top here, get up by the wall in the corners, because you've got to do that. When the tires start to go away, you've got to be able to drive around the high side here.
The key is to hunt new racetrack. Other parts of the racetrack are going to allow grip. And Richard Petty be proud of these guys. They hang around the top.
Absolutely. Harry Gant was another one who loved to run on the high side here. Woody Howard in the 55, the Dean Chevrolet. Carl Long in the Romeo Guest Construction 12 car, lapping by some slower cars here.
The key is when you go down into the corner and it actually drops down at the bottom, you're going to come back.
Trouble.
Oh, no!
A couple of cars get together. Woody Howard, Carl Long, they hammer the wall up in turn 1. Caution flies here at Rockingham Speedway. That was a hard hit.
There goes your Longhorn win from the pole for Woody Howard. That car's hurt bad. Hopefully he can get out, no problems. You got to think the 12 car. Carl Long, this racetrack must hate him.
Really? Might owe him one, too. Contact there looked like Long got into the back end of the 55.
Down into the corner, he was trying to go high. Probably just misjudged where Woody Howard was going and got into the back of him, and you just don't want to do that at 165 miles an hour.
Going down into turn 1, one more look as they break for the corner. Yeah, Long just never lifted.
He had carrying a lot more speed, anticipating Woody Howard going to drop to the bottom. Took them both out.
Jeff Agnew in the 73, the Mark IV Suzuki machine sneaking by on the bottom. Agnew will come to pit road, as will Jay Fogelman, as will Derek Cale. Fogelman in the Speedco Truck Loops car. All right, under caution at the Rock. We'll be right back with more of the Black's Tire American 200. From Rockingham Speedway, coverage of the Mark Brooks Memorial Black's Tire Service American 200, presented by Food King. Season finale of the championship race for the USAR Hooters Pro Cup Tour here in 2008. With Scott Sutherland, I'm Rick Benjamin. What a battle for second. Tom Hester leading in the Mako car, the Samuel Metal 66. Benny Gordon on the bottom. Mark McFarland in the Sears Auto Center 81 on the high side. These are your two championship contenders. And Gordon now by a car length as they hit the back
not
stretch.
so fast, my friend.
Oh.
And that's how you use the top groove. McFarland goes up, gets that momentum down the hill. Wow, what a race this has been.
Clay Rogers there in the Food King 54 of the CNC Boilers machine, right there in 4th spot as well. All right, earlier we caught up with the two drivers in that huge wreck. Get their thoughts on the pileup.
Well, I'm okay. That's the good part of it. But no, we had a good run on the outside coming down the front straightaway. And as we got ready to go over in the corner, Woody came up in front of me, and I had a whole lot more speed than he did. And I just couldn't slow down quick enough to keep from running into the back of him. He clogged up the hole, and I couldn't stop, so I hit him in the butt, and we all crashed.
You know, we realized we were real low on our air pressure, so we just trying to buy our time and, you know, just stay out of trouble and just got run in the back of. And pretty much sums up our whole season. Made it for these guys.
For both of those guys, this is not the way they wanted to end this season. It's like double bogeying the last hole.
Yeah.
You're not going to go back, but you know they're true racers. They will be back.
But Woody Howard on the pole here today and set a track record for the series at the Speedway. I'm sure he came in thinking he could win here today, but that opportunity goes by the boards. Gordon, McFarland, the 81, the 66, still side by side. McFarland up the banking again. Gordon trying to work the bottom, but boy, McFarland able to maintain his momentum. Maybe they touch. And McFarland has to settle back in behind Benny Gordon's Samuel Medal 66 for a moment. He'll try the high side again. Clay Rogers has to love this from the bottom. In that 54, carrying the Food King decal on the hood. Here comes McFarland now trying the outside in move through the trioval.
He was carrying so much speed off the corner, he was able to cut underneath Benny Gordon. This racetrack allows you to move all over. What about this guy, the 9? He's checking out. He's loving the race behind him.
Coming up on the last 25 laps here. Jay Fogelman a lap down now in the Speedco Truck Lubes 4-car, the Greased Lightning machine. Hessert in the Mako Chevy could be a first-time winner. We've had several. Danny Abold at South Boston, Derek Cale at Mansfield, Mikey Kyle at Salem, Hunter Robbins at Hickory in the South Series, and Caleb Holman finally winning one at Bristol. All those drivers not in contention today. How about this? Clay Rogers, former champion, the CNC Boilers Food King car. He gets by McFarland. That does not help Mark McFarland's championship hopes. He's gotten by Gordon as well. Now, Clay Rogers can set sail for the leader, Hessert.
He didn't want to get in the middle of this thing for the championship. I understand that. But he's got a great race car. So when you guys quit playing and get out of my way, I'm going to the front. Ooh, Tom Hessert,
Caution.
be careful.
Tom Hessert, the leader, the yellow waving here at the Rock. Debris on the Speedway, so we'll get a caution. Tim Bainey in the Aaron's Sales and Lease Ownership 00 on the bottom there as well. Debris on the Speedway brings out a caution. Let's take a look at what happened here yesterday. The BF Goodrich Tires Pit Crew Challenge. This is an opportunity for these race teams to shine.
Pit crews work hard all season long to get this opportunity to show their stuff in front of these crowds. $2,000 up for grab. They want to be the best, not only in this competition, but on race day as well.
Now you've got to mind all your P's and Q's, have all your lug nuts tight, or you can run into a penalty. In fact, it's a 2-second penalty if you have any loose lugs. Mikey Kyle's team, Mark McFarland's Sears Auto Center team, everybody vying for this honor. McFarland and his team grabbed the $2,000 prize from BF Goodrich Tires. They have the quickest pit stop of the day. Meantime, our Aaron's Lucky Dog, free pass to get back on the lead lap for J.P. Morgan, the Phil Morgan Pottery 23. They've been pretty good here all day long. They're, of course, carrying our awesome awnings camera as well.
Benny Gordon's crew had a couple problems during the competition, had penalties, but not today. When it's time to get the job done, they got it done. Got Benny Gordon out first.
Coming down to the last 25 laps here at the Rock in the American 200. Benny Gordon leads him down into turn 1. Jay Fogelman first car lap down. Hessert in second spot. Look at Benny Gordon just take off. Oh, trouble! Oh! Matt Morrell gets into the outside wall. He's got Derek Kelly hooked there. Morrell slides down the racetrack on the driver's door, upside down. Caution waves. Wild one here at the Rock. Man. The Wintron driver development Morrell lease car. Matt Morrell inside that ride for the rookie driver. He's learned a lot here today, and one of the things he probably learned is not to get up on that wall.
We got caught up on that wall, had a little bit of contact, forced him up, and we're going to see it right here. Come up off the corner. Get a little bit loose, and then once you made contact, got forced up in there by Derek Kelly. The car jumped up on the wall. Now you realize just how fast you're going, how long that car takes to stop.
Kind of a classic wreck here at the Rock. Let's take another look as they come off of turn 2. Kind of a classic Rockingham wreck for Morrell and Kelly.
And he was on the outside of Kelly, just ran himself out of room. He was hoping that Kelly would turn down. He was going to go with him. Once he hit the wall, the contact there, Kelly gets into him. That is a long, long slide.
And Morrell kind of exposed to the oncoming traffic. Great job by all these Hooters Pro Cup Series drivers to get by and not create a worse incident. Morrell out of the race car. He is fine. He'll walk over to the ambulance and make the trip to the infield care center here at Rockingham Speedway. But a wild one, and we are back under caution. Let's take a look at our Miller Lite rookie rundown. Drew Herring has clinched the $20,000 title. Matt Lofton retiring from the event earlier. Herring now, with that retirement, has clinched. A wild incident on the backstretch here at the Rock. Let's get a break in. We'll be back to take you to the checkered flag in the American 200.